Horrible Daphne, my name is Beth, and I'm back today to do another live recording. Just trying to get my camera to focus here for a second. There we go. I wanted to do a special recording for the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in the sign of Taurus. I just wanted to take a look at the energies. I already kind of have a feeling for what we can expect energy wise, but I wanted to see like what we aren't looking, like what we can't see for the unexpected events that are going to be happening for these next few days, and also look to see what we can do to kind of like moderate the energy, because the energy is very draining now, very intense right now, very slow at times. I wanted to talk about that today. Just so you guys know, I am recording at the library. For those of you who don't know, I am still living out of my car. I'm doing these recordings so that I have an ability to generate a lot of extra income, but essentially it's been a really rough go since I lost my housing in December, and I appreciate all donations. I have a GoFundMe campaign currently that will be in the links below, and I also have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. So anybody who's able to donate, I appreciate all donations at this time. I do want to check my audio really quickly, just to be sure we got audio here. Hang on. Let's see what we've got. For some reason it's not popping up. I don't know why. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here today. I pulled a couple of cards originally because I felt like these are actually the two first cards that I pulled, and again, the energies with so much Taurus, it's slower moving. It's a slower moving energy. Taurus, is very steady, very calm, very collected. Taurus can lose its temper, but essentially it likes stability. It likes consistency. It doesn't like change. So this is a good time to really catch up on your rest, beauty routines, and take time to really just slow down. That really is like the main energy focus here. So that's part of this, but I'm going to pull some other cards just to see what else we get. That's the whole point. I'm excited to see what we get, and just kind of go from there. For those of you who don't know, I haven't done really much tarot on this channel because my guides had really wanted me to stop. It was not an energy that they wanted me to continue with, but since I lost housing, and since this generates an extra income for me, or the income that I have, I don't have another job yet, essentially this is very helpful to have going at this time. So I miss using the tarot, because I miss basically all the people that are attracted to it, that want to know about what's going on with the energies. So I want to see, I miss those clients and I miss those people. So I wanted to see today how it went. It's kind of a test a little bit to kind of get back into doing these types of readings, but I'm just gonna look to see what we got here. It's interesting. We do have this Three of Pentacles as the foundation. I call the foundation of the reading, and this colors the whole spread. So even though we have the Devil here and we have the Five of Swords, we have this Three of Pentacles, which is like, so if anything negative happens, you're going to have somebody to lean on. So let's just say, you go through like, I don't know, a crap breakup or something. Or let's just say, you get into it with somebody or something negative happens, because the Devil can be negative. It can be someone kind of controlling as well, but you get into it with somebody who's kind of controlling. To me, this is having support, like having friends to talk it through with. The Five of Swords, any kind of conflict energy, again, having somebody to lean on. You might actually get into it with people, or someone that's actually kind of close to you, or this could be a friend, or this could be somebody who's like a sister, it could be a parent, someone who's actually close to you. So they might be the one that you're not fighting with, but like arguing maybe, or like having a little bit of bouts of like tension. The Devil, to me, it brings out not the best energy in people. It brings out the bitterness, it brings out the jealousy, it brings out the hate, it brings out all the negative stuff. It brings out those questions of, how am I going to do this and how am I going to do that? And, feelings of being stuck, feelings of not being able to do what you need to do or want to do. So, but I feel like regardless of those energies, whoever's watching this, you're going to have some support to get you through this time. And actually, I actually thought this reading was going to be a lot more challenging for all the Taurus energy, for all the stuck energy. It's really not that bad. So so I'm actually excited to see that we have this support here for whatever, any of these. You see these two cards here, anything that comes up, whether it's an argument, like I said, or just it's a struggle, it's a time of struggle you go through, maybe a stressful period or struggle period. You're gonna have what you need to kind of get through it. The support from spirit, the support from friends, the support from family, the support from other people. There's a way through it here, and you might not see it. See, that's the thing. You might not see it, and you might not think it's available to you, but it is. Asking for help at this time is necessary. Relying on friends at this time is necessary. Reaching out, leaning on people. To every Taurus I think I've met has always had some sort of partnership, some sort of long-term deal, whether it's a long-term job or whether it's a long-term relationship. So it's very important to have, to maintain a sense of stability at this time, or a sense of, just having relationships, people in your life that are supportive of you, that are there for you, that are mutually beneficial, like, working on your friendships, working on a partnership. And the thing about this last transit, I have to say that with Jupiter transit Taurus, this transit specifically has changed my life as far as that, my whole value system. For those of you who don't know, because I'm living out of my car, had to get through the entire winter, nearly freezing to death every night. And, nobody likes to hear this, because there's like this deep denial in our culture about homelessness and what it means to be homeless and what it means to not have housing. And, but because of being out there, really out there, like every night, I had two main things where I felt like in some way, the day that I lost my housing, and specifically even like the following day, it was the following day after, I felt like I died. I felt like I literally died. It was so much. The magnitude of what had happened was so much. I can't even really describe it. And then, I came close to dying several other times in different situations where it was just too cold. And I'm very lucky to be alive. And I consider this whole winter to be like a near-death experience. And I think it started to really dawn on me how close I came to dying when I asked my guides if I was going to live or not. And my guides confirmed one night that I could die. In my car. And I think it was that moment where I really woke up to how dangerous it is to be out where and sleep where I sleep, and be out there and not have stability and not really have anything. And I think after that, it was a shift in values. And so, like, my whole point here, this whole thing, it's hard to explain this to you, but it's sort of like the whole Jupiter transit was about values. It was about a shifting of values. It was about shifting of belief systems from what I had previously thought to be true or important to now what is most important. And it's very challenging to express this because most people do not have this experience usually, unless they have a near-death experience, or you know, they had some kind of medical thing that happened and then suddenly like they made it through it and you know their life has shifted. So I think a lot of people can have near-death experiences and come out of it and have like a value shift. And I feel like some of you there is some kind of eye-opening thing that's going to be happening from this. That's the whole point of this conversation. We have the Knight of Wands, and to me, you see this lion is looking. He's looking out at stuff. And to me, it's sort of like what you haven't previously seen before, it's going to become clear to you. This is like a higher perspective. I think, you know, so going back to the whole transit, the Jupiter and Taurus transit, and then now the conjunction with Uranus, it's almost like unexpectedly having this eye-opening experience, or unexpectedly realizing what your values are, unexpectedly going, you know, I don't value this devil energy anymore. I don't need to date somebody who has an alcohol problem. I don't need to get into all these drama type situations. I don't need to have you know, people that don't show up. And I have to tell you from a personal experience, you know, this was part of my value shift. I had a lot of people in my life who weren't showing up for me, who did not show up for me. Even the day after, everybody knew I lost housing, and the day after, there was no message on my phone from anyone that said, hey Beth, I know you just lost your housing, but I'm here for you. If you need anything, please reach out. There was not one. So it was a value shift away from people in my life completely who were not capable of showing up for me in the smallest way, in a meaningful way or an important way. And so every relationship that I have going forward, I'm going into it, my eyes are open to a different value set, saying, you know, I'm only going to allow people into my life. And see, this is, we got the Queen of Swords energy looking out, going, okay, I'm not going to allow, I'm going to have not a wall, but be protective about my energy and be protective about who I let in to my life. And that is also in some ways, it is Taurus energy. The Taurus energy is more like, Taurus likes to be left alone. It's like, and they do have a social life, but they like to kind of curl up a little bit, more. So it's more internal, less external. Unless they're kind of like they've got some kind of Sagittarius rising or something like that, or Leo rising or something like that. And then of course they're out there and they're colorful and they're like the artist or the musician on the town. So it's different. It's going to be different, but the Taurus energy is more protective, I feel, and like especially Taurus males are very protective. I've met some Taurus females who are also fiercely protective people. So to me, this is energy of these cards are showing me that if you can expect to start to really think about yourself in a protective kind of way, you know, protecting your assets, protecting your mental stability, protecting your physical abundance, material stability, protecting your home, your, you know, belongings, protecting yourself. There's an energy. I do feel like those of you who are watching are you have protection from help and help from spirit. You absolutely are protected in spirit. And I'm getting confirmation on that. But I guess what I want to say is like this energy is a shift away from, say, let's just say, times where maybe you weren't protective of so much about your energy, and you maybe would go out and maybe I call it blow out your energy somehow, whether you overextend, you overgive, maybe you overshare, or you just have people in your life that aren't contributing to your life. And I feel like this energy is more about pulling back, less about going out there and blowing out your energy, basically. But also valuing, like I said, valuing people that can show up for you in the way that you need, valuing people that can participate in your life. We have the strength card here, and to me it's about friends. It's like a participation energy where people are participating in your life. They're not trying to control, okay, how many text messages you sent them and what it said, and they're not trying to control like how many times you hung out. They're just participating in your life in real time. And the people that participate in your life in real time are the people that you're going to want to keep in your life. The people that are only show up when they feel like showing up, only when it's convenient for them, that is going away. To me, Taurus has like a real, I like the fact that we have this Pentacles in the foundation of this spread. To me, Taurus has a very strong foundational understanding of what it means to, and just has a value set around foundation itself, around having a job, having a house, having a car, paying the bills, having people that you can rely on. This is not a transformative time, okay? And the only way that it would be is if you had, again, this eye-opening experience where you were like, oh, wow, I see this. I see the things that are shifting. I see who's in my life. See, we have these two cards here. He is looking at her. And I actually never saw these like together like this. But to me, this is a pair. This is like a couple. This is like being evenly matched. And this is, but to me, this is like having a respectful relationship. This is not a dynamic. Again, we don't have the devil dynamic. The devil dynamic is, I don't even like to really use the word disgusting to me, but it's disgusting to me now because after, again, basically nearly dying every night in the snow, I no longer care about anybody who shows up like that to me in my personal life. Anybody who shows up like that, I just don't have that energy for at all. So you might, during this transit, you might be like, wow, you're right. I don't have time for any of this bullshit. It just feels, like I said, it feels disgusting. Like it feels kind of nauseating in my stomach when I think about these kinds of energies, people that really embrace this energy, which is all about control, all about inauthenticity, all about like illusion. And when you're chained to the devil, what does it mean to be chained to the devil? It means it's illusion. It's not real. It means that you think that you cannot get out of whatever situation you're in, or that you think the devil has control, like somebody else has power over you, or you think you're trapped somehow in some situation, whether you're trapped in marriage or trapped in some life situation, or whether you're trapped in a mortgage situation that you can't pay for anymore, or there's all different ways that you could be trapped. Some people are trapped with car payments and stuff. So I think it's just one of those things where, some people are going to be really like, this energy is not welcome. And you're going to say, you're going to say, okay, I'm just not going to, you just could have zero fucks for it, basically. And I feel like when you shut the door, when you're like very protective about, okay, who's in your life and who's not in your life, and just like you shut the door, you're like, okay, we're gonna peace out on some of these other energies that are not good. I feel like people are gonna come out of the woodwork. People, because the Five of Wands in this position, like I essentially pulled it for this position where what's coming in from the outside, and I always say that that's like a theater door. The door opens, somebody else comes on stage, new character, or just a character in general. And so to me, this is a character that this is a character who is probably like, wow, okay, this, maybe I have some leveling up to do. Okay, wow, like this Queen of Swords is not gonna put up with any bullshit, you know? I feel like this transit is gonna bring out some fierceness, you know, and it's funny. Talk about a match. Now, this is an interesting match. Those of you who are going to go up against the Queen of Swords, this Five of Wands dude, okay, going up against this Queen of Swords. Now, I wish I could say that this is going to be well, I feel like it actually could go either way. I was going to say, I wish I could say I see it going well, but I actually feel like this Queen of Swords just all she needs to do is put down her sword. And as soon as she does that, she's going to be vulnerable enough to embrace this person here. And he's going to hug her. That's what's going to happen. He's going to hug her, and they're going to like come into union. And maybe hug and kiss and cry, and she's going to be vulnerable enough. So like some of you, you know, there's going to be a person, I feel like, who enters your life in some way, and you're going to be vulnerable with them, and I would encourage you to do so. But again, you have to really feel out, okay, do I really want to let this person in? I feel like if you did let this person in, whoever this person is for you, this Five of Wands person, I feel it's a masculine energy. I feel like the way forward, the only way it's going to work is if the Queen of Swords lets down her guard and says, you know, allows him in and allows him to embrace her. And I feel like he's going to, like, really embrace her in a way like love up on her, hug her, kiss her. Because I feel like he maybe has had some kind of realization about not only how beautiful she is, but how strong she is. And I don't know, it's very emotional. Like, I don't know, I'm picking up all this emotion between these two characters. I don't know who this is for you, but whoever this is for you, this is a very special relationship. This Five of Wands person, I feel like, has been through so much, and I feel like he's trying to get to this Queen of Swords. Like, he doesn't care. He sees right through her sword stuff. And she's not afraid of his wand at all. So, like, to me, this is, again, it would be evenly matched, and it would be healthy if she could learn to be vulnerable, and if he was able to make space in his life for her. And by maybe clearing out some of this crud here, clearing out his schedule, maybe taking a little time to be like, yeah, I want this queen in my life. Now, queens can be gay, just so you guys know. Queens can be gay, but I don't necessarily feel like I want to go into all that. I just see the energy between these two cards and these two characters. So you're going to have to work out the details of who it is in your life. And I feel like you could be the Queen of Swords watching, and you know, or you could be the Five of Wands person that's going to be pursuing this Queen of Swords. And I feel like it's not even a pursuit. It's a re-entry into each other's lives. And it's making me cry. It's really emotional. It's special. I feel like the story is that they had something or have something very special. And I'm not saying these other characters don't also. I feel like this could be more friendship. This could be more like there's history here. More romantic. There's definitely some romantic vibes. And I have to say, Taurus is a really romantic sign. So this is like a grand gesture too. I definitely feel for some of you during this transit, you're going to be getting an apology from somebody who says, wow, you know, like I was really harsh, or I said some shit I didn't mean, or I didn't realize how much you were hurt or how I hurt you. I really encourage everybody at this time to focus on romance. And it's interesting because I was talking to one of my counselors recently, and they told me, you know, this was not a time for love and romance for me because I was a homeless person. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, just because I don't have housing means I have to put my love life on hold. I'm not allowed to live my life. And I found that fascinating. And I was like, no, love and romance is the most important thing. If everybody was focused on love and romance, then we would have our values correctly in place. But people do not put the value into the love or into their people or into their life in a way that's positive and healthy, which is why there's war in the world. Okay, because if everybody was putting love first, then it would be a different story. Absolutely. And this is one of those things I knew, and this is one of the things I've talked about in my other videos before I lost my housing. But after I lost my housing, I was like, no, like, it's not to say that like when I first lost housing, and definitely during the winter time, I started to feel like, I didn't really care about dating at all or romance at all, because I just wanted to be able to feel my toes and feel my feet, because I couldn't feel my feet. They were frozen. I just wanted to stay alive. I really couldn't think about romance and love. I was just in survival mode. But even still, it turned into, and I think the turning point was when like I said, when my guides were like, you're going to pass away, like you're going to pass in your car. And I was like, no, that can't happen. No. And I think the turning point was after that. I realized that if you try to build a house without love, it's going to crumble. If you try to have life without love, it's not going to mean a goddamn thing. If you try to have friendships who aren't going to show up for you, like, what's the point? If you're going to stay living with the devil, chained to the devil, like, what kind of life are you going to live? What kind of quality of life are you going to live? So these are questions that you're going to have to really ask yourself, because this is a seriously challenging thing. And Taurus, to me, is a very, like, the positive side. The thing about Taurus is, like, it's springtime energy. And everybody falls in love in the spring. Like, the birds fall in love in the spring, like all of the animals, you know, it's a loving time. The earth itself regenerates. So I just feel like those of you who are watching absolutely need to tap into the energy. You know, to me, it's the hearts in your eyes, it's the romance, it's love. Now everybody, you know, sometimes it gets really sick of hearing about stuff like that. But, and I definitely have, you know, I've known people that only really care about their career. That's all they care about. But for myself personally, I had a rude awakening. It was a rude awakening that's not the most important thing. And that's not how I wanted to live my life. And I will argue that until the day I die. So yeah, I'm going to pull some other cards and see what else I get, but those are some of the energies that I see here. Oh yeah, so I was saying that you're going to get an apology. I think I was going to say that. Someone's going to apologize. Someone's going to say that they effed it up. Someone's going to say that they didn't make time in their life. Someone is going to say that they should have made time or they should have treated you different. Someone is going to say, you know, they have feelings. I want to look at these as well. The dynamic between these two is different than the other two. The dynamic here is more like, let's hang out. What are you doing tonight? You know, do you want to go out here? Do you want to go get some food? Like, you know, do you want to go on a date? And then maybe there's a hookup, and maybe, you know, you wake up together the next day, because she's not wearing very much in this picture, you know. So like, it's, you know, maybe checking somebody out, or seeing the beauty in somebody else, realizing maybe you have like a friendship with somebody, and you're like, oh wow, they're actually really hot, you know, maybe they want to go out, you know, maybe asking somebody out that's a friend. This could be a friend with benefits kind of situation, or turn into a friend with benefits situation, but most likely it's like, there's a strength of the relationship. This relationship is very, very mutual, and maybe you have a foundation of friendship, and you take it to the next level, and you end up together. It's very reciprocal and very balanced, I have to say. Now, going back to this relationship, to me, what they're saying to each other is just, I'm sorry. They're saying, I'm sorry, like over and over. Like, she's sorry she hurt him, and he's sorry he hurt her, and they're just saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you, I'm sorry. That's all they're saying. It's just, I don't know, it's just like all the crap like falls away. And I just see, like, I see people, like two people just hugging each other for a long time. This could also be someone who's very busy and doesn't really have a lot of time, but then they make some time, and whatever time you end up spending together is very special. So it's just, yeah, saying you're sorry, or somebody saying they're sorry, saying they love you, they forgive you. It's very, very powerful. Whoever this is very, very powerful. And I definitely feel like, there's different relationship dynamics going on here. Now this couple, to me, I'm looking at these pairs, okay? So I don't know why this is kind of showing up this way, but it is. I'm looking up these pairs, and to me this dynamic is these people are turned away from each other. They're no longer in each other's life. She's flying solo, and he or she is also flying solo, focused very on career, very much on career, and this person is focused maybe being a single mom. She's trying to raise the kids. Maybe she's got custody. I don't know. Maybe she's just has a little bit of time to text people, but not too much. Sometimes, there's legal stuff that goes on within relationships regarding custody battles and stuff like that. So to me, this is a custody battle going on for somebody. And the best advice for the people that are going through custody battle, or just something that's really messy, is to give each other space, and to recognize you're not that different, and to remember why you were together, and try to work through it. And I hate to say this, but this is going to sound maybe hard to do. But realizing the way through this is to figure out what it is that you need to let go of, and what you're willing to sacrifice, and make a sacrifice. Because there's people that don't let go of stuff. They hang on to the bitter end, and that is the problem. So ask yourself, okay, what is it that you're willing to let go of? What is it? Because honestly, whatever it is you're clinging to here is not going to get you very far. It's not going to bring any value to your life. And again, going back to that Taurus transit, Jupiter in Taurus is bringing out the understanding of what's most important. So let's just say you have the kids, the custody of kids. That's the most important thing. You've got the kids, okay? But all the other shit, maybe the little things that maybe aren't going well, the little things that you want, it's not important right now. At this time, it's not important. And you might not see it that way, but it's not important. Now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to look at this energy here. To me, this is about these two people. This is a person who's going through a dark night of the soul. Maybe they have just either a tough time sleeping, or they're just going through a lot. Maybe they've lost their way. And this person, this energy is energy about helping out this other person who's going through the dark night of the soul. I actually feel like the story here is of just one person, because to me she turns into this Page of Swords. Like this moon girl, she's been wearing the same clothes. Her clothes are not the best. She's been wearing the same clothes all night, all day, the following day. Maybe she's showering, maybe she's not. You know, her makeup's not the best. She hasn't had her hair done. Like, okay, so it's funny. I haven't had my hair done in 3 years. So if you guys want to fund my haircut, I will post a picture of my new color and cut when I finally get it done. I've been waiting to get my hair cut for 3 years. I absolutely cannot afford to get my hair cut. But anyways, the story here is the moon card is this girl who, yeah, she's just lost her way. And maybe someone comes along and is like, yeah, I think it's time for you to wear something new. And maybe I think it's time for you, you know, maybe they give you a place to shower, a place to change, or they just invite you over and like, they're like, I'm going to share the space. Or maybe you move in with someone and it's like the energy shifts from being so tough and so heavy to being much, much lighter. Maybe there's a sense of humor. Maybe, your needs are met in some way. For some of you, this is like, maybe you have a dog or you have a pet or you have a child and you're able to find housing. For some of you who are single, you might be able to, again, find housing or be helped out in some way. And that help is going to look like a life transformation and an energetic shift as well. Actually, guys, I have to go because my battery is low. I wish I could continue. This is actually a really fascinating reading. I'm gonna leave off here with this Three of Pentacles card. Hopefully you guys appreciated this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this reading has been insightful in some way, and I just send you guys the best energy, and hopefully you'll get through this Taurus transit okay, and many blessings to all of you. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. I wish you guys the best. All right, take care. Bye.